9 years ago, I started using eToro, and it's still one of my main brokers that I use every single day. So I've thought, who better than me to give you a real long-term eToro review after 9 years on the platform, and share my honest opinions on what I like, what I don't, and how the platform has changed over time. It feels like yesterday I was just signing up, but a lot has changed since then. Overall, I really like the platform, but like any broker, there are definitely some downsides, and that's what I'll cover in this video. Before we get stuck in, I must be clear that nothing in this video should be considered financial or investment advice. I am not a financial advisor, and if you want financial advice, you should seek a licensed professional. This video is made for informational purposes only, and past performance is not indicative of any future results, and your capital is at risk. So there are lots of things I like about eToro, but some make it stand out from the competition. So what are some of the things that have kept me using eToro for nearly a decade? Firstly, its simplicity and ease of use. Even after all these years and updates, eToro remains one of the more user-friendly platforms out there. The interface is clean, intuitive, and well-suited for beginners because it avoids complicating matters with excessive jargon. This is a consistent positive point you will see in any review of eToro. The mobile app is great too, so you can always keep a track of your portfolio whilst you are on the move. You can do almost everything on the app that you can on the desktop site, which isn't always the case with every broker. For beginners, the virtual demo account is a great feature. You can practice with virtual funds, test strategies, and learn the platform without using real money. This is exactly what I did when I started to avoid losing money to any silly mistakes. eToro offers strong client protection through regulated entities that hold client funds in segregated accounts, separate from the company's operational capital. Eligible clients are protected by official compensation schemes in the event of insolvency. This coverage is up to £85,000 in the UK via the FSCS and up to €20,000 in Europe via the ICF for certain asset types. Also, as of 2025, eToro has become a publicly listed company on the Nasdaq, which means it has additional transparency, quarterly filings, and must adhere to public company regulatory standards, which is a positive for trust. eToro offer a broad range of major asset classes such as stocks, ETFs, crypto, commodities, and Forex, so you can build a diversified portfolio all on the same platform. However, if you're after small penny stocks or niche microcap companies, you might find eToro's coverage more limited, which for many beginner investors may actually be a benefit, since those microcaps often carry high risk, and I unfortunately learned this the hard way. Their stock research section is very good, allowing you to view company financials, analyst ratings, and the latest news all in one place. Furthermore, the charts have been significantly upgraded in the last few years to use TradingView, which is a highly regarded external charting tool. eToro offers impressive upfront transparency when buying assets by displaying the estimated spreads. While many brokers advertise zero commissions, spreads are often where they recover their margin. Historically, this was a point of criticism for eToro, but their spreads have definitely improved over time. The platform now offers several modern features for greater flexibility. Recurring buys, which is a great addition, offering an additional benefit whereby eToro waives the commission when you buy stocks through a recurring investment plan. And in addition to this, you can now trade assets 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, which is a feature that many competitor brokers do not yet offer. The eToro portfolio page has a few nice features. You can see and manage each individual trade inside your portfolio, allowing you to set take profits or close each one separately. This is handy if you wanted to close certain older positions for tax reasons, and it's a significant advantage over some other brokers that only let you sell your overall holdings rather than individual trades. I also really like the stats page, which provides detailed insights into your portfolio's performance. It shows how the portfolio is weighted, offers comparisons with major indices like the S&P 500, NASDAQ, or even compare it against Bitcoin. And they even provide you with an ESG score, environmental, social and governance score, with suggestions for improvement. These are features you don't generally see on many trading platforms. Another feature I really like is the eToro Club. As you deposit more cash onto eToro, you will climb through their tiers and unlock extra benefits. Some of these features include a waived withdrawal fee, free subscriptions to online publications such as the Wall Street Journal or Financial Times, a dedicated account manager, including the ability to contact them via WhatsApp, access to sporting and eToro events, and on the top tier, even airport lounge access with a priority pass. There are way more benefits than I've listed here, so I recommend having a browse when you have some time. As a disclaimer, I am an affiliate of eToro, and if at any point you decide to sign up while watching this video, then I have an affiliate link in the description below, which if you sign up using it, then I will get a kickback, which massively helps support this channel, and I will be forever thankful. And depending on which country you are in, eToro currently has a promotion for what I understand is most European countries, where if you deposit $200, you will get $50 worth of free assets added to your portfolio. So make sure to use the link in the description below to get this benefit. You can see the eligible countries on screen now. So let's talk about some of the things that have changed over time. So one of eToro's main selling points, and something that drew me in at the start, was its copy trading functionality. This allows you to copy another trader, and each trade they place will also be placed by you at the exact same time with an amount respective of what you copied that trader with. When I started on eToro, I didn't know what to invest in, so this functionality drew me to the platform, as I thought I'd be better off letting someone more knowledgeable do this for me. While the concept of copy trading is appealing, it's a feature on the platform that has unfortunately become less attractive over the years, leading me to stop copying other traders entirely. There were several reasons for this decision. When I started out, I was unaware of what an index fund was, or the statistic that most active traders and investors fail to outperform a broad market indices such as these. In hindsight, I likely would have been better off simply allocating my capital to a low-cost fund tracking the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. I also found much better performance by using some of the platform's smart portfolios, which are thematic baskets of assets. For example, one of my best performing assets even to this day is a smart portfolio. I initially invested in the in-the-game smart portfolio, which focuses on technology and gaming companies. I put $6,500 into it in 2017, and it has since grown to be over 6.5 times that, and it's now worth $49,767 at the time of recording. That's a strong return over 8 years. Finally, as I educated myself more on specific companies, I gained the confidence to begin picking my own stocks. This gave me the flexibility and control to allocate my money exactly where I wanted. But beyond this, there is another reason I wouldn't use this functionality anymore. Back in the day, you had the option to decide whether you copied open trades. I never ticked this option when starting to copy someone, and there was a reason for this. If we use myself as an example, I opened some Tesla positions when it was $88 a share. If you were to copy me today, you would be opening your identical position at the current price of $467 per share. Now imagine something dramatically changes with Tesla stock tonight and the price drops to $300. Hypothetically, I might decide to close my trade. When I close my position, I am still realizing a substantial profit, as my entry was $88. However, because you copied me at $467 a share, you would be realizing a significant loss of $167 per share. This illustrates why I would never tick the option to copy open trades when it was available. A trader opens a position at a specific time and price for a very deliberate reason. That entry point is crucial to their overall strategy. Choosing to copy them at a much later date means you are highly unlikely to be entering the trade at the optimal or best entry point. Why was this removed? I have no idea, but it means that copy trading in my eyes is no longer what it once was. But don't let that deter you from the platform, as there are lots of other ways to make money. But just to reiterate, your capital is always at risk, so you can also lose money as well as making money. Another thing that has changed is the ability to transfer stocks to another broker. Previously, you weren't able to do this, and annoyingly, I didn't know this had changed until I was writing this review. Either way, the transfer functionality does come with fees, and you need to contact their support to do this, and depending on which country you are in. Historically, customer support has been a pain point. While it seems to have improved, getting quick, comprehensive answers used to be a challenge. When you're dealing with your money, responsiveness is key. Prior to this improving, I personally had a bad experience during the Discovery AT&T merger because of how a smart portfolio handled the change. I ended up with a position I hadn't planned to hold. By the time support responded to me explaining why a stock I hadn't bought had ended up in my portfolio, the value had dropped significantly. That said, I've noticed customer support has improved significantly over the years, and I'd say most, if not all of my queries are answered the same day. So hats off to them for the improvement. Another area we must discuss and what has changed over the years is the fees. On eToro, you don't pay a direct commission for buying ETFs. However, if you compare them to other brokers, those competitors might offer tighter spreads, but charge you higher commissions. It's always worth doing a quick calculation. If you are executing a very large single purchase, a broker with tighter spreads might be cheaper. But if you are making smaller, more regular buys, the commission-free structure on eToro often makes it the more cost-effective option. When it comes to opening and closing stock positions, a small fee of $1 or $2 may apply depending on your country of residence and the specific stock exchange the asset is traded on. The fees for crypto assets is less competitive, with eToro charging a 1% commission on both the buy and sell side. For example, if you buy $5,000 worth of crypto, you will immediately pay a $50 charge and another $50 upon selling. Despite the higher fee, a major advantage is the ability to hold crypto and stocks in the same portfolio. Furthermore, eToro makes crypto buying very easy for beginners by abstracting away from the complexities of dealing with wallets, which may be complex for beginner investors. If you want to trade CFDs, contracts for difference, eToro charges high fees. I personally avoid CFDs as these are generally used for trades with leverage or for short selling, which carry significantly higher risk. Given eToro's focus on simplifying the experience for the mainstream investor, the platform is clearly designed for simplicity rather than high frequency or professional trading. For more advanced traders though, eToro may feel somewhat limited. For example, in many regions like the UK, options and futures trading is not available. Although I understand options are available in the US. Hopefully they expand this functionality to the rest of the world in the near future. So after 9 years, would I still recommend eToro? 100%. For beginners, eToro is an absolute yes. It's one of the best entry points into investing. I wouldn't keep a significant amount of my own money there if I didn't trust the platform. It's user-friendly and accessible, simplifying the world of investing by avoiding complicated jargon. After experiencing many brokers, I can safely say they can be intimidating if you're just starting out. However, while this simplicity is a great benefit for beginners, some more advanced traders may view it as a limitation, which is why I also use interactive brokers for more complex strategies. What are your thoughts though? Have you used eToro and what's been your experience? Let me know in the comments below. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are thinking of signing up, please use my link in the description below where you can get $50 of free assets if you deposit $200, as it will really help support this channel and allow me to make more videos like this. If you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification bell as I upload new finance content every week. And if you're just starting out with eToro, then you may want to check out this video, which is a tutorial on how to use eToro. So I recommend watching that video next. Or alternatively, I also have a full playlist of eToro guides for more specific tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.